Stay hydrated, have a good time, and Combat Warfare continues with the following contest. Singapore one fall.
American Legion Post number 85 for night 2 of Combat Warfare 11. We're kicking things off with a singles bout, and one of the rudest faces we've got on the roster is going to kick things off. That's what I'm talking about. You friggin' nuts! It is night 2 of Combat Warfare 11 at NWA. I'm Brandon Hamilton. I'm so excited to be with Bob Rossi for another exciting night here in Woonsocket. As Stephen Lutz, my man, coming out of the ring and letting everyone know what Dirt McGurk really means. Looking to be taking on the former open weight champion himself, the Saturday Night Delight. Well, why am I going to do Rich Palladino's job, folks? Listen up to the man.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 235 pounds, the Saturday Night Delight, Vinny the Bruising.
Vinny Bruising coming out here looking like $1 million in a I mean, I can't get over it. I love the colors. I love the loudness. He looks fantastic. Make his way out here. The former openweight champion going up against Stephen Lutz.
And you know, for a fat man, he makes onesies look presentable. I mean, it really does.
I'm thinking that myself. I said before, I'll say it again. I'm jealous of an outfit, and there it is.
Vincenzo Abruzzi, unknown to most, is the greatest smelling man in all of independent professional wrestling. You can try to contest me on this, folks, but you're gonna lose.
I took a big old whip before. It's great.
But here's the thing, Cam. Even after the match, he smells like he's got cologne on. I don't get it. I come out of the shower, I still smell like death.
It's the thing about it is, though, is that when you have the type of talent that we're seeing in the ring, it comes to that kind of territory. Stephen Lutz making quick action here as he gets right into it with Vinny Abruzzi.
Lust has no love for the Woonsocket folks here. He's got even less for Vincenzo Abruzzi. He is tooting him up.
My man Stephen Lutz now, and I gotta say this, he comes out full swinging every time, ready to let the people know he's got absolutely no time. But now we're seeing Vinny Abruzzi letting Stephen Lutz know that he has little effort needed as of right yet to show him who is boss, to show him who is in charge at the opening of night 2 of Combat Warfare 11.
Well, Vincenzo Abruzzi clearly has the size advantage in height, in overall girth and width, body weight, cover here. It's going to be interesting to see how he utilizes that.
Now, here's the thing. A former openweight champion, anytime I hear former champion, I'm immediately drawn. I want to watch this person because we know they've done big things. They've climbed ladders. They've been to the top. And now we can see now. Oh, Steven.
Lust knew what was coming. Vinny Abruzzi was looking to hit him with the Rockabye Baby, his patented finishing maneuver, and it would have been a quick night at the office for Stephen Lust.
Stephen Lust there, quick on his thing, thinking about it. It was either a right to the eyes or thumb to the eyes. It was definitely something. Blinding maneuver, now stepping on the face. The ref letting know, watch the face again. Stephen Lust making a statement here to the people of Woonsocket.
And a statement to the rest of the roster. This is a guy much like Sean Leader we were talking about during night 1 a couple weeks ago. He feels like he hasn't been given his proper due.
Sure.
And someone like Stephen Lutz, he's been around, part of the Middlesex Express in the past.
Yes.
He's been around, he's worked singles matches. I've seen him all over New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, Rhode Island. This is the man who's paid his dues and is now wondering, when do I get a cut of the pie? When does old Gil get a look at the pie?
I mean...
You know? When, Lord, when? Put him on his phone.
Anyway,
toss this man a shilling, will you?
Stephen Lutz now, again here, showing the people of Woonsocket the kind of person he is, the desperation, the moves that he will do, the risks and things that he will take on in order to find a victory here tonight at Combat Warfare 11, Night 2.
Well, he's quick to... How do I want to put this? He reacts to his own emotions, but if he could stay centered, if he could stay focused, I think he could chop Vincenzo Abruzzi down if he keeps a methodical approach.
Now, of course, Vinny Abruzzi finding his way back to his feet here.
tries to get out of the death grip. And he's holding on to the beard there as Lust meets his knee right in the face. And a quick 2 count there. Stephen Lust not sure what to do. Not sure exactly how he could possibly put Vinny Abruzzi over.
Abruzzi needs to get his bearings about him, and he needs to do so soon. Stephen Lust has been on the offensive for the better part of 2 minutes, and Vincenzo Abruzzi has looked better in the recent past, but he still smells great.
Still smells great. Still doing great. Now, as we see, Vincenzo down there taking boot after boot after boot after boot from Stephen Lust right now. Now the audience again chiming in. Now,
Lust.
For you at home, you may not be aware of this, but our humble audience is just as much a part of the show here at NWW Extreme as any other organization you could possibly think of. They let you know how they feel and whether or not they're a fan. I'll tell you what.
Ooh, a very vocal, faithful to say the least, but Vincenzo Abruzzi, he's got his clock cleaned. Stephen Lust looking to make sport of his adversary. I mean, he's got to remain focused here.
Now, we're seeing Stephen Lust again. He's been in the driver's seat for a majority of this match. But Vincenzo Abruzzi keeps finding a way back to his feet. Keeps finding a way to fight out.
That's Vinny's M.O. Oh, he gets cut off with that running elbow right to the jowls. Stephen Lust with picture-perfect accuracy. Portuguese uppercut to the back of the head. 2, and still not enough for a full pin.
Pork chops, man. You can't. There are crazy people out there, and I'll tell you what. As a fellow pork chop, you gotta be waiting. When we're in a fight, man, we're wild people. Stephen Lust out there is a wild man. Now we're seeing Stephen Lust again, still in the driver's seat, maintaining control during this match. Vinny Abruzzi has to dig real deep to figure out what exactly he can do as he tries to gain a little bit of time. But Lust saw it coming from a mile away, meets him with a boot and an elbow drop. And again, I gotta admit, that's a 2 count there. As Abruzzi keeps trying to find a way, Bob, to keep on fighting, but I gotta imagine the tank is getting close to empty at this point.
Well, that hand to Jeremy Bells gets closer and closer to the mat with every single 2 count that's issued. But Stephen Lust, he's had his eye on the prize. He really hasn't given Abruzzi much breathing room, and it shows.
And now Lust having shoved Abruzzi in the corner, delivering vicious blows here. As Abruzzi tries to stay on his feet. Oh, it meets him with a scoop slam. Finally getting a little bit of offense in here. Both men looking dazed and confused. For so long, it's not true.
Vincenzo Abruzzi with that last-ditch effort. He caught Lust slipping, and timing is everything, folks. Both men right here on the canvas. Whichever one gets up first, I think, may have the advantage.
We're currently at a 5 count right now by our ref, Jeremy Bell's count. 6 now. Now 2 men back to their feet, delivering a few blows to each other. Both men wobbling, very uneasy on their feet. It could really be any man's game at this point. This is our opening match for night 2 of Combat Warfare. As Vinny Abruzzi sends Stephen Lust to the mat twice now.
Vinny with a pump kick attempt. Lust capitalizes. He's got both legs locked in a chancery. What's he thinking here?
Send him into the ropes there, into the corner.
Catapulted with a little bit extra sauce on the end of it.
And that's just a
quick to 2.9 in not my humble opinion.
And Stephen Lust saying no, no. Trying to determine what he can possibly do. I'm a humble commentator. I can't imagine how much weight he can throw at a person. But Vinny Abruzzi continues to fight back, and we're seeing him now trying to find a way to get in ahead.
Beautifully done with elevation. The former champion driven to the mat. Cover here by Stephen Lust, and it's still not enough to take out his adversary. He's running out of patience. He's running out of weapons.
Stephen Lust's going to have to continue to dig deep into all of his arsenal, every bit of weaponry he has, because Vinny Abruzzi is not giving up.
Rockabye, baby, on the treetop.
And there it is.
Cover. And a pin. Let's let's hand it off to Rich Palladino for the official announcements.
Here's your winner, the Saturday Night Delight, Vinny Abruzzi.
The Saturday Night Delight, Vinny Abruzzi finding a way to come out on top. What an incredible display of defense, more than anything.
Absolutely.
Listen, a former champion, we noted it a few times on our call here, and I've always said, defense wins championships. You're looking at a man who can take that kind of beating. It's understandable how he had the championship belt. Quite frankly, I'm shocked he doesn't have it anymore, and we will definitely see him challenging in the future again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He measured out his windows of opportunity better than anyone else. Vincenzo Abruzzi, your winner here tonight at Night 2 of Combat Warfare 11. This is my favorite part. Let's take it back to my friend, Rich Palladino.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
The action has just recently gotten started here in Woonsocket. I guarantee you, as we move further into the twilight, the temperature will rise, especially with the kind of matchup that we have on tap for you right now.
First, from the 25th century, weighing in at 190 pounds, daMan.
daMan coming out to the ring, hyping up the audience.
This doesn't feel right. This is not the daMan I know. Really. I feel a swerve coming on. I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past.
Well, that's all right. Your driver's license coming up soon, right? So be careful on the swerves.
Yeah.
Driver's
I gotta get it renewed. It's been a while.
daMan here.
You know what, guys? Give it up for yourselves! No! You gotta be louder than that! Let's make some noise!
daMan getting his audience in.
Because every one of you people are a bunch of bums.
I knew it. I knew it.
Like bad bums.
Thank you, Dan.
So now you can all cheer for me.
I knew it.
Now, great. Now I have to listen to Bob all night tell me, oh, yeah, I remember that time I said this thing about that guy and I was right? Great, here we go.
Well, I mean, if you just hear me out.
Yeah, I know. You're right. Okay, so here we are now. We're seeing now, again, you're seeing a different side of Dan here tonight? Nah, oh, boy.
Oh, you really stepped in it now, Dan.
From Japan, weighing at 229 pounds, he is the former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the International Incident, the Tokyo Monster, Kahgas.
I can't believe my eyes. Kahgas, former NWA World Champion, Triple Crown Champion, the Tokyo Monster in the flesh.
Yes, sir.
In Woonsocket, here
Of all places.
of all places. Combat Warfare 11. He will be taking on daMan, who came out here and I don't know, man. That's a lot of game to talk before you gotta face someone like Kahgas.
Well, you know what, Ham? I marvel at your excitement here. It's very pure. And, you know, you're new here to New World Wrestling Extreme. I want you to know that Kahgas has actually been somewhat of a regular here at this promotion for many years. And some might even say that he's etched more of a permanent place in our history books than has daMan.
Well, I must say, as someone, as you said, I'm a newcomer here. When I see incredible talent for this, I get overwhelmed. I get excited because these are the kinds of things that we get to see here in Woonsocket, Rhode Island at NWA Extreme. I'm in the presence of an NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Oh, I mean, really. Really.
Strap on your seatbelt, Ham. Oh, look at this!
Oh, it's daMan there. Going right for Kahgas.
Real shifty maneuver early on. trying to blind his adversary just quick enough to gain an early advantage, and it seems to have paid off.
Now Kahgas struggling to get his footing, to get himself ready for even the start of the match. Now this is the kind of thing. Can we get some respect, please? This is a former champion. Can we get some respect, please?
Not from Dan. Not from Dan at all.
Don't like it. Not a fan.
This is a fella with a hair across his ass a mile wide. And he's going to take it to Kahgas for the rest of this evening. And I guarantee you that this is not going to be one that you can phone in, even as a former NWA champion.
Oh, and a few stiff shots from Kahgas right to the chest there. daMan not knowing what hit him. Looking a little stunned now on his feet, not sure what to do as Kahgas is taking over the driver's position in this match.
The Tokyo Monster now has daMan in his grasp.
Oh, and the headbutt there to the chest, followed by slap after I can't. Poor fella.
Those pectorals are going to be looking and feeling like hamburger meat.
And Kahgas there. Audience fully behind Kahgas. And when you have a legend like that in the ring, how do you not get behind him? How do you not want to see a win there?
Absolutely. I'm with you.
Figure out exactly what to do. As he was at one point, it looked like he was in charge of the situation. But that is shortly turning away now.
He had a very short-sighted strategy in mind, Ham, and it only got him so far. He was thinking sprint. This is a marathon.
Now breaking the count there, quickly rolling in and out of the ring. Is daMan. Buys a little bit of time now. But Kahgas is going to drag him back in.
Handful of Mohawk.
As he finds a way, slips getting himself in.
Big high knee lift neutralizes the Tokyo Monster just long enough for daMan to regain his composure. He's got a standing headlock applied, a closed fist right to the eyes.
Now you got to wonder, now daMan has regained some of that energy as he was waiting on the outside of the ring now. Perhaps he can find a way to stay on top of Kahgas. He does not want to get himself in another situation in the ring corner again. And it's looking like he may find a way to stay on top as Kahgas currently found his way to the mat. Thanks, bro.
The international incident has been slowed down. daMan has found a good rhythm here. If there's one thing I know about the Tokyo Monster is that he has seen many adversaries over the years. He's had to re-strategize mid-match many times in his own past.
This is not his first dog and pony show, even a little bit. The man knows what he's doing out there. But no, years of experience, knowing every aspect of the ring cannot prevent you from landing on your head like that. Serious head, man, and not knowing where you are. Looking dazed in the ring, Kahgas after being dropped down by daMan.
That Bulldog driver seems to have taken a lot out of the former champion here, as he's not so quick to recover. It's taken him a couple of tries. daMan trying to seize advantage here.
What are we seeing here? What is this happening here that we're seeing from Kahgas? It's looking like he's just taking the beating. Just taking the beating. It looks like he's absorbing blows almost. And now one can only imagine the fury growing inside a competitor like Kahgas.
Absolutely.
In this moment.
No, you called it right there, Ham. Eventually his patience is going to run out, and eventually adrenaline is going to surge. And at that point, daMan, well, he's up without a paddle.
daMan is trying to avoid that at all costs now by maintaining his lead over the match by staying in the driver's seat now with a headlock on Kahgas. Saying everyone and their mama sucks. I have two moms. Thank you.
Kahgas blocking the suplex attempt by daMan. Looks like he may even counter it with one of his own. No, big swing and a miss.
Puts him to the outside of the ring now. Kahgas on the outside of the ring. Trying to catch his breath, figure out what he can possibly do. daMan meeting him outside now. Some of the suck booty.
Nothing fancy about that. And I'm not talking about the commentary for my fans. I'm talking about the offense of daMan just pummeling the face of Kahgas with the apron of the ring, the perimeter of the ring. As you know, it's the hardest part.
Hardest part of the ring, slamming him down on it a second time now. Kahgas, again, has to find a way to his feet, has to find a way to get on top. daMan has been in control for most, if not all, of this match.
Ooh!
Again, throwing him to the apron. And now, what are we seeing? And a response now from Kahgas as he delivers his own slam to the apron.
You mentioned it earlier, Ham. You said that he was only going to take so much punishment until his pride started to kick in.
Absolutely.
This is where we are now, my friend.
daMan was trying to climb out of the air, the match area, if you will. Because daMan knows what's coming. As we said, Kahgas is done playing games. He's delivering vicious blows to the head of daMan.
Cover here.
And a kick out there. That's two from daMan as Kahgas now on top of this match. Kahgas took a real beating, quite a lashing earlier in this match here, but he's found a way to get himself on top now. Let's see if he can maintain this momentum. And a flex there, display of power.
Haven't seen the bow and arrow executed in quite some time.
Brings you back. Brings you back.
It really does. Very well done by the Tokyo Monster. And very little wasted motion with this guy. Every shot, every grip, it all counts for something. That's one thing I love about Kahgas.
daMan here. Now Kahgas, again, great wrestler as he is. daMan finding ways to sneak attack on him and get in a word in edgewise over here. Again, we're talking about Kahgas, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Triple Crown Champion. The man knows he is not playing, and yet daMan is here finding new ways to get in holds, get in slams, and finds his way on top in this match.
Say what you will about this gentleman, but he's the kind of person that does his homework. He looks up tape, he looks up footage. He's not going to allow himself to walk into a match unarmed or underprepared. I just think right now he feels every bit of the pressure that Kahgas brings. He's not giving him any breathing room, and that's not by accident, Ham.
This is absolutely a focused effort to keep his opponent down on the mat. The longer he wears him down, the longer he keeps his hold on. Kahgas is going to eventually run out of steam. You know, we're talking about a legend in this business, but still, when you have the positioning, you have the positioning. And right now, daMan is not letting go, not giving an inch in at all. Kahgas trying here. We're seeing as he tries to find his way to his feet. Now, Kahgas fighting his way out of this hold here. Doing everything he can to break this headlock.
daMan's grip is starting to loosen. Kahgas is aware. He sends his opponent into the buckles. Charges in, but just a half a second too late.
That's him with the boot there. But with a hip toss, followed by another.
A snap arm drag, if you will. Beautifully done. Double axe handle leaping off of the ropes.
Kahgas now showing what makes this veteran such a... Oh my!
So resilient and so wily, but daMan, he is on top of Kahgas. Every time the Tokyo Monster looks to turn things around, daMan is there.
I have to apologize, folks. I'm cut off mid-sentence by daMan there as he delivers those vicious knees to the head of the Tokyo Monster. I find it just baffling that he keeps finding a way to get on top in this match.
Momentum and pace are two things you must weaponize in every combat sport. daMan has done a great job of that tonight. Will that be enough to gain a victory over the former NWA Triple Crown Champion? That remains to be seen, Ham.
Now we're seeing Kahgas doing everything he can to fight out of this. Delivering a kick now. By a lariat. And the cover. And that's it.
What a matchup. Let's get our official introductions from Rich Palladino.
Here is your winner, the Tokyo Monster, Kahgas.
The Tokyo Steel Monster Kahgas coming out on top over daMan here on night 2, NWA Extreme Combat Warfare 11. And what an incredible display we saw from both these athletes as daMan came in covering for Dick Lane and obviously studied his tape. Really came in this match prepared to take on Kahgas, but all those years in the ring, Kahgas knows what he's doing out there. He brought that experience, brought that fight to daMan tonight.
Experience pays off very well here at the American Legion post number 85. daMan had himself a strategy. He had himself a few goals in mind, but he came up short. Gonna have to consider the efforts that were put out in this matchup by the contender.
Now daMan has some words.
You all still have bed bugs.
daMan letting the kids here know that they do indeed have bed bugs. And to be fair, it is Rhode Island.
Of unadulterated violence in the true NWA Extreme fashion.
Introducing first, from East Freetown, Massachusetts, weighing at 310 pounds, wild side, Devon Baker!
This is someone that I have watched. I've called many matches for. I've been on many shows with Devon Baker. I'm good friends with his father, New England staple in his own right, Brickhouse Baker. I remember when Devon was the skinny brother. Boy, have times changed, and this big mountain of man for every day
Off against an absolute legend in the business.
Absolutely.
And now we see them making his way out. Now, for those of you familiar with the tune, you're hearing the song, you know it, you'll love it. It's time to get bushwhacked, folks.
And his opponent, from New Zealand, weighing at 222 pounds, WWE Hall of Famer, bushwhacker Luke!
Bushwhacker Luke, ladies and gentlemen, the WWE Hall of Famer himself, making his way around the ring in the classic bushwhacker fashion.
This is fantastic, and this could be the toughest test for Devon Baker to date.
Wildside Devon Baker going up against a Hall of Famer. I mean, honestly, you can't ask for more in this business. To get some time in the ring with someone to the scale of Bushwhacker Luke.
With a preempted victory lap in signature fashion, Bushwhacker Luke has graced the ring, and Devon Baker's second guessing himself right now. I guarantee you that.
Bushwhacker Luke swinging his arms around, giving everybody the old hey. I saw online somebody was hoping for a quick snot rocket from Bushwhacker Luke, and honestly, someone home with the kids. All the ring, the Bushwhacker Luke snot rocket. Yes, kids, get them at the concession stand.
Are we really selling those in concessions? Dear God, I hope not.
Times is hard. It's COVID. Anyway, folks, once again, we want to thank you for joining us here tonight at NWA Extreme Combat Warfare 11. This is night 2. If you saw our first night of incredible action, you know what we have in store again as we are in night 2 here of Combat Warfare 11. And we ring the bell here as Wildside Devon Baker and Bushwhacker Luke get underway.
Devon Baker now, he looks to take advantage of the wily veteran.
Well, when you have somebody with that much ring experience, you're going to have to do everything in your power.
Hard shots to the noggin. I think that's hurting Baker more than that's hurting Luke.
But Luke is taking him like it's nothing. And punches now from the Bushwhacker. Stomp to the foot. Stomp to the foot again.
Shades of Kamaru Usman.
Oh, and a tough shot right there to the chest of Baker. As Bushwhacker Luke shows exactly what makes him a legend in this business. The Hall of Famer here really keeping his pace. Oh! I felt that all the way over here on the announce table. I'm sorry, is the reverb on or something? Is the reverb on? hear it as well. I can hear it and feel it.
That's not reverb. That's just sheer brute force. Luke now sent to the other ropes. Rebounds off very well. Cover here.
And the kick out there from Wildside Devon Baker. Bushwhacker Luke going to have to muster up a little more strength from old New Zealand to find a way on top here.
Well, timing is everything. Devon Baker a little bit quicker on the draw, but you know the resilience of Bushwhacker Luke, I think, is yet to be tested.
Bushwhacker Luke now being picked up by Baker, throwing him down, slammed him on his back. Bushwhacker Luke looking a little stunned here as Baker calls for the elbow. Letting everyone know exactly what's happening next. Bushwhacker Luke rolling out of the way, eating every bit of that mat, is Wildside Devon Baker.
Well, Baker giving his adversary a little bit too much time to recover unwittingly.
And now we're seeing Bushwhacker Luke here. In that arm hold, he's got Baker where he wants him for sure.
Could potentially hyperextend that elbow. Really applying a lot of pressure here.
Pulling out every one of those ligaments right now. Bushwhacker Luke, the WWE Hall of Famer, working over Wildside Devon Baker. Oh, and Baker hits him with that vicious clothesline.
Oh, and he's taunting the WWE legend. Shades of Brickhouse Baker right here.
Once again, calling for it. Bushwhacker Luke hears and rolls out of the way. Ooh, and that's rough. Bushwhacker Luke now mocking, doing a little bit of mocking of himself.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Following around the ring here. Ooh.
Inverted atomic drop.
Oh, right in the old swing and berries. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Right in the down under. Hate to see it. He sends him to the mat. Bushwhacker Luke now looking to hopefully put this thing away, put a lock on this. As Wildside Devon Baker is dragged up to his feet by Bushwhacker Luke.
Devon Baker centered those buckles now.
Stiff hit across the shoulders here. Followed up again.
The deceiving strength. Oh, no.
Well, the ref is not paying attention. A quick kick there. Right to the old down under. Right to the old down under, he said. Sorry, I went to that.
That's fine. You're not offending me any.
Lord knows I don't need Bushwhacker Luke to hear it.
Or our folks in the South Pacific, for that matter. Devon Baker now. He sees the wily veteran in a bad way, and he's looking to capitalize.
Now he's grinding him against the ropes there. You gotta wonder how much more Bushwhacker Luke's gonna be able to take. Bushwhacker Luke been in this business a long time, knows the ins and outs. But still facing a young up-and-comer like Devon Baker, you never know how you're gonna find a way on top. And a rope break there. Bushwhacker Luke with a holding on to the ropes there. As Wildside Devon Baker again goes to the pin. Bushwhacker Luke grabbing the ropes again.
Yeah, Baker's being very hasty and thick-headed right here. He's been around long enough to know that that's very shoddy positioning if you're trying to execute a pin.
I mean, you gotta imagine you could drag your opponent close to the center of the mat, but I think he's smartly using the rope for leverage. I don't know if it was about the pin or getting Bushwhacker Luke in that position to really grind down his chest like that again. Look at that.
Very astute point you make, Ham.
All the weight of Wildside Devon Baker.
Baker's starting to test the patience of our officiating staff here at NWA Extreme. But you gotta wonder, is this getting under the skin of Bushwhacker Luke, who's made it back to his feet already?
Bushwhacker Luke turning around. And the audience chanting for Luke, wanting to see the Bushwhacker come out on top as Wildside Devon Baker continues to land blows.
Baker's got Luke up against the ropes. They jostle it for position right here, it seems as if. Baker's going to swing him into the other side.
Boot there.
Big boot to the midsection. Stops the vet right in his tracks.
And now what we've seen a cover here, kick out from the vet. The Hall of Famer kicking out there. As Wildside Devon Baker continues to let vicious blow after vicious blow to the top of the head of Bushwhacker Luke.
Now I think he's just trying to make an example out of him. Really showing a lot of disrespect here.
And a leg drop right across the chest there. As Bushwhacker Luke kicks out again from another cover by Wildside Devon Baker.
Baker arguing with our officiating staff. That never works out well.
Yeah, arguing with the official. That always works in wrestling.
You know? Like Wenham. When have you ever seen a ref go, oh, you know what, you're right, that was 3. Yeah, ring the bell.
Okay, sorry, Tom.
It just doesn't happen. I don't know what it is with these guys.
Well, I mean, we are in New England, so don't we own the refs or something like that? Isn't that a thing around these parts? I
don't want to talk about it. Point is, Luke is still in this matchup. Devon Baker, I think he's actually run out of ideas. I think he thought that this was going to be a walk in the park.
Well, you got to imagine, Devon Baker probably came in and thought, oh, I'll be able to take care of the old vet, no problem. But Bushwhacker Luke showing that he is still as spry as ever, taking blow after blow right across the chin. And a vicious lariat there. Coming in again. Follow-up. Bushwhacker Luke now gaining all the momentum. And a third. Going for the cover now. And a kick out there from Wildside Devon Baker. Bushwhacker Luke not sure what to do. Looking absolutely astonished. And now this crowd here in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, Combat WarFare 11 is on its feet.
What a way to end off night 2. Baker sends Luke into the ropes, attempts a boot to the midsection, doesn't land.
Spins him around, kicks him himself. Here we go. Oh, and a DDT there from Bushwhacker Luke to Wildside Devon Baker.
That could be enough. Luke going for the cover attempt here. 1, 2, and Devon Baker is survived.
Somehow survived again for a 2 count. You got to imagine that had to be it. A DDT. Wow, an absolutely vicious move in all sport.
Simple yet effective.
Just like that slam there, busting up the throat of Bushwhacker Luke now. Bushwhacker Luke here in the corner with Wildside Devon Baker in the driver's seat for this match. And now we'll see what he has. Oh, that's a lot of weight to be coming down on Bushwhacker Luke. And this is lariat sends them both to the mat. You got to imagine, Wildside Devon Baker can't have a lot left in the tank. He must be exhausted, hoping for this pin. But again, ring awareness from the vet.
And, you know, the exhaustion factor has got to be weighing in at this point. Devon Baker seems to be using every bit of his energy just to try to drag Luke away from the ropes.
And Luke continues to find the rope for a rope break there with another break in the cover.
Baker's got his adversary by the scruff of the neck. Having somewhat of a size advantage, this might be where he wants to drive the final nail into the coffin. One big power maneuver could take out the wily veteran, but
he drags the thumb across the throat. That can only be one thing, but the veteran finding his way out. Hits him with the cutter. And is this it? Is this it? And that is!
Let's take it to Rich Palladino for our official decision.
Today's your winner, Bushwhacker Luke!
And in stunning fashion, as he gets the best of Wildside Devon Baker in this singles exhibition matchup.
Bushwhacker Luke here coming out on top, showing all of Woonsocket what it means to be a fighting veteran still. Breaks the hand of a man, the Hall of Famer, Bushwhacker Luke. Although Wildside Devon Baker, he did his best, he tried his targets, but here's the ring, man. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
He was severely outclassed by at least 25 years of experience, and we saw that on display here tonight in our closing matchup of Night 2 of Combat Warfare 11 here at the American Legion Post number 85 in Woonsocket. Folks, I want to thank you all for joining us for Night 2 alongside Brandon the Ham Hamilton. We're going to close things out. Ham, thank you very much for joining me here tonight, and I hope you, along with the rest of our viewers, join me and NWW Extreme for Night 3 of Combat Warfare 11.